in Palatine, Illinois. Dexter's Radio Hour is even heard here in Las Vegas, baby.
You are listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. It is time for Streaming Verse here on WHCM with Nina and Chris. Tonight, I'm especially excited about our intro song, Oat Milk by DJ Double Dip, as I wasn't quite ready to go live, and we've got this great intro with this song.
Yeah.
That we can just let play while we get accustomed and ready to go live.
Yeah. And it is streaming on, I got this, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Apple Music, and Spotify.
Yes.
Oat Milk by DJ Double Dip. Boom.
He's got this and many other fantastic tunes. I think I mentioned this maybe off air, not necessarily on air a couple weeks ago. No, I did talk about on air. But, he did EDM music here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him when I went to my first EDM concert, I was like, I really enjoyed it because I've been listening to you so much. And because his show was after mine.
Nice,
back in the day. Yep, so fun. So I brought my defective lightsaber chopsticks.
Chris.
Oh, that's so funny. For those of you who can't see, we both have one green and one dead battery lightsaber chopstick.
At the same time.
Exactly.
And if you can't see us and you would like to, head over to YouTube Live. You can go to the Harper Radio page and check us out. We are live. You can comment. That's fun. You can... Sorry.
No, join the conversation. We'd love to chat with you.
You can also chat with us at streaming_verse on Twitter, IMDb, Letterboxd, and Instagram.
Yes, I was like, Instagram.
I know, I'm forgetting one. I never know what it is.
I was checking out my show notes.
Yeah.
And we got to get that MySpace account.
Yes, we do. I don't even know how MySpace works.
I don't either. But guess what? We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. All right. I'm excited.
And one more thing before we get rolling. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. So tonight, after we do our lovely little chat about what we've been watching, we're going to dive into some of our favorite quotes from movies and things that impacted us. Mm-hmm. So share yours. So get them ready. Start thinking about it now while you're listening to us chat, and share with us on YouTube Live. Join the chat and let us know.
I really thought you were just saying, share yours, because you looked right at me and I was like, what, right now? we haven't even started.
But we're not there yet. So what have you been watching this week?
All right. Well, this week has been pretty dry on what I've been.
Well, it's first week of school too.
Yeah,
or second. Maybe. Yeah,
but
second week.
The second week is really, the first week is all syllabus and.
Yeah, and chat, and
right.
I'm here, and statement of understanding.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So I haven't completed anything, but I don't think I've talked about this on the show yet because I was like, no, I'll talk about it when it's over. But they're releasing the new season, I think, relatively soon. So, like, I'm going to be in it. So, like, whatever. Harley Quinn, which is on HBO Max. Of course, it's on HBO Max. At first, I was super embarrassed to be watching it. I don't know why, because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like South Park because it's made for adults. So they're, using language we cannot use on air. There's lots of like violence. It's like you're watching an actual, it's like you're watching the Suicide Squad movie, which I think you saw, right?
Yes.
But it's in cartoon version, and it's gay, and I just love it. So I've been watching that. I'm more than halfway. I think I have like 2 more episodes left of the 3rd season, and the 4th season is airing February, I think.
So you're excited.
I'm very excited
Yeah.
because I've been like slowing down on it because I don't want it to end.
Now, are you
But-
rewatching or just the first time for
No,
season
this
3?
is the first time. I've never seen any of it.
Okay.
So I started watching it like a
We-
month ago.
We might have uncovered something we could watch together, unknowingly to you. A friend of mine has told me a million times I need to watch it because he thinks I'll really like it.
It's
Because I
really
love
funny.
Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I like Harley Quinn, the character of Harley Quinn.
okay, so then you'll love it.
And that's what he's been telling me for a long time. And it's just because of my animation woes, as you're aware of.
Mhm.
I haven't dove into it yet. But maybe if I could get some episodes under my belt,
Yes.
we could actually talk almost real
Yes.
near time about Harley Quinn. That's why
I would love
I had
that.
to dig for my pen while she was talking. Like, write that down.
I would love that because I like Harley Quinn, but I always, since I was little, really liked Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Only because, again, I'm going back to the Lego video games, but my brother and I used to play Lego Batman, and I would always be Poison Ivy. So when I was younger, as like a gift for my birthday or something, that's from my brother, but he's 2 years younger than me, so it was never, it was always he picked out something for me.
Right.
I got a little minifigure of Poison Ivy.
Aw.
And because it was at a time where they didn't like have those in stores, so someone had like custom made it. And so I really like Poison Ivy, but I love everything about it. It's so good.
No, it's interesting what you said, like why you like Poison Ivy.
Hmm.
I'm going to talk about my son. So his favorite color is green,
Me too.
and that's what I was thinking of. That's why it was more than just that, but the color green.
Yeah.
And the lightsabers.
And
are
the
green, too.
lightsabers, yes.
And at one point, when he was still young, part of me was like, why is his favorite color green? Like, and I had to look into it a little bit. It's because when he was in childcare, his very first childcare,
Uh-huh.
she assigned each of the kids a color. So their cup would be a color, their bowl would be that
Oh.
color, his was green.
I thought you were going to say it was green because he liked Poison Ivy, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, not Poison Ivy, but it's because he was assigned those colors.
That's so funny.
And so it developed into his favorite color.
Yeah.
So my favorite color is blue, so part of me is like, why?
Yeah.
What was the thing that made that my favorite color?
I mean, my favorite color wasn't always green.
No,
So,
yeah, like I said, it developed
Yeah.
from that.
but now I'm
Situation.
curious.
Maybe like when we have the psychologist type person, we
Oh
can,
my God.
throw in that question real quick
Yes.
and go, okay, yeah, we're talking about serial killers, but
No.
oh, I have to admit it. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, sorry, my lightsaber light went out. I was a little scared for a second. But we, while we're talking about the series U, we could throw in a.
Yeah.
What's up with favorite colors? Speaking of
What?
you, I finished
Ooh.
the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So season 4 is next month, and I'm actually excited. This is a show I never watched on Netflix. I was like, serial killers, I don't want to see this.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, you'll be okay. It's not what you think it is. And again, the same friend who wanted me to watch Harley Quinn actually thought I would like you too. So I watched the first season. I'm going to give quasi spoilers, but this is spoilers for people on the fence and why you should watch it.
Okay.
The first season, he is creepy dude.
Mm-hmm.
But he's creepy, which actually makes it watchable. because it's not romanticizing
Oh,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's more of a stalker with the women who wants to protect them. So in his mind, he thinks he's doing the right thing by killing people.
Oh.
He's not, but he thinks
well,
he
yeah.
is. He's fighting his inner demons to not be a serial killer.
Interesting.
Season 2, he meets a woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I knew this before it showed up, and again, these are spoilers if you haven't watched it and you need incentive. He meets a woman who's also a killer. So they end up getting together.
Of course.
Season 3, it's those two still together, but living in suburbia, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Two people trying to fight their tendencies to kill, and the wife has no impulse control, so she just keeps doing stupid things all the time. So those are your spoilers to incentivize you to watch you, because it actually was really good. I was laughing during season 3.
It kind of sounds like if we ever got a like a Villanelle and Eve living in the suburbs.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and if
Definitely
you
gonna
wanted to
watch that.
start with season 3, I could kind of fill you in more, and you could start if you know.
Yeah.
But it was good. It is good. I did like
All right.
it. But that was so funny because I was just like, I'm watching something where people kill people, and I'm laughing.
Yeah.
You know, because they'd be like, we're in this situation again. You know.
Harley Quinn.
See?
Yep.
Yep. All right, so I'm on to Harley Quinn. What else have you been watching?
All right. Well, I haven't been watching. Well, I haven't started watching this. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. But I was told, and I've added this to my watch list. It's called Vengeance, and it's on Amazon Prime, and it has BJ Novak in it. My Uncle Jeff watched it, and he wanted to know our thoughts about it. And I have not watched it. I was very busy this week. I'm sorry. But I am definitely adding it to the watch list.
Yeah, so I have watched it, but
Mm-hmm.
if I finished it, I don't remember the end. So I'm hoping that's because I didn't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I probably watched it when I wasn't feeling well earlier this year,
Mhm.
which is why. I remember the first 45 minutes, I'd say. And
Mhm.
it's definitely quirky,
Okay.
but bizarre at the same. He plays such selfish characters.
BJ Novak?
Yes.
Yeah. On The Office. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and The Office. Oh, he
And
was
in
so
real-
funny in that.
So funny. But in real life, he wrote a children's book.
Yeah,
He's so oh my, it's
I've
so weird.
actually I have the audiobook, so I've listened to some of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then he also there's a couple other things he's done. It's like, it's good. But yeah, I remember starting the movie, and the only reason it came to mind, even before your Uncle Jeff said
Mhm.
something, is because it keeps popping up on Amazon Prime as watch Vengeance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I started that. I should finish it.
That's amazing.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and then I think we'll finish up this conversation because I have a couple shows I've watched and someone who passed away this past week that I want to recognize. So we're going to take a quick break, play a couple PSAs. Stay tuned, though. We'll be right back with Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris. And I got to pull up a PSA. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready now. Okay.
All right.
All right, stay tuned to WHCM and Streaming Verse.
Well, hi there, people of the Earth. My name is Richie, and I am a space and time traveler that has come to this little planet for one purpose only: to fill your day with good vibes, which is why I created the Group Machine, a device that can stimulate the human brain in order to cause feelings of joy and euphoria. So come check out my show Richie's Group Machine every Friday at 5 p.m. at WHCM 88.3 FM or HarperRadio.com.
You know that feeling? Like every door is closing and you just can't see a way out? Being unemployed, underemployed, or just out of school can feel like that. But when you find the right tools, suddenly everything just clicks. FindSomethingNew.org offers resources that help develop new skills. Skills that can position you for careers in today's growing industries, from healthcare and manufacturing to cybersecurity and alternative energy. Find your path to a new career at FindSomethingNew.org. A message from the Ad Council.
And we are back on WHCM, and this is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris. Thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective, could be, but not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Did you have a comment over there from the peanut gallery?
We have 5 viewers watching right now, so we have quite a few comments coming in. We've got what we've been watching. Let's see, okay. There's a whole bunch. Narcos, which I've never heard of.
Drugs.
Well, yeah, but it's a show.
I've heard it. No. It's a show about drugs, and yeah, I've seen it. Yes, sorry.
I was like, yeah, but
like
it's a show.
What's it called? The cartel type
Yeah,
stuff.
okay, yeah.
That my first word just was drugs.
I know.
As I was summoning the show in my head.
I was like, oh boy. Someone's finishing watching Grey's Anatomy season 18, which
More power to you.
I know. West Wing, The Last of Us, Andor, and Wednesday, which I asked about Andor because I wanted to watch it because it's about Rogue One, which is the Star Wars story, but I like Jyn Erso. I'm not a fan of men, sorry. And I've heard so many mixed things about it. Someone who in my life is a very big Star Wars fan, and he cannot say one good thing about this series. So yeah, and I don't. It's Carl. It's one of my friends' fathers, but they're friends with my parents, so it's like not weird. But he's like the biggest Star Wars person, and he's like, oh my god, it's so bad. But Cassian Andor's story makes more sense. Yeah. Because, have you seen Rogue One?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of thrown in there, you don't really know. So it's about the main guy, Cassian Andor, his backstory.
Yeah.
Which seems interesting. I can't get myself to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't either. Some of them, it's almost like this is going to sound horrible. They're creating stories just to make money, and so
yeah, no, I know.
I'm bored. So, couple questions on what you read. Who's watching The West Wing?
Okay, forgive me. I cannot say names.
So we don't even know this person.
Priyanshu?
Okay, super excited for
I
that.
might have said that wrong. I'm so sorry.
But Priyanshu, if that's how you pronounce it, super excited about The West Wing. Are you? I'm going to send a direct question to you, and if you don't answer it, that's fine, and we will follow up with the answer for everybody who's listening at 88.3 FM. But is this your first time through, or have you watched it before? Just wondering about that.
They did make another comment about West Wing, just while we give them the 8 seconds of the delay that's on YouTube. They said that West Wing is awesome, and I believe it's the best show about the White House. The best cast and just great writing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the SGA president at Harper.
Yay! I love The West Wing.
First time through. Sorry.
Oh, nice. First time. Enjoy it. Oh, I remember my first time watching The West Wing. And mind you, it's like 7 or 8 seasons. It's 24 episodes a season.
Oh, so like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, and I've seen it at least 3 times through. And
wow.
they, around the holidays, some channel was just playing it all day, and I just left the TV on The West Wing.
Nice.
You know, I can watch. I love The West Wing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just made me all excited. But on a somber note.
Okay. Oh, no.
Lance Kerwin has passed away, And for those who don't know who he is, there's nothing really recent that I can truly reference that he would be known for. But he was James at 15, which was a TV show in 1977. And then the second year, it was James at 16. So James at 15, James at 16, which was kind of groundbreaking.
Right.
Because he actually, like, lost his virginity. Like, in the
Whoa.
70s on TV. And
Wow.
actually had a friend who was black. You know,
Yeah.
Some of the things that they were trying to push through, you know, as norms on TV at
Right.
the time. But he was like in this mini series called Salem's Lot. He was the boy who drank too much in one of the after school specials. And did a few things. But yeah, he just passed away recently, which was really sad because I always, Lance Kerwin, I had a crush on him when I was a kid. You know, because he was James at 15. He was adorable.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't watch that recently, but I wanted to mention that just,
Yeah.
you know, because that was at that time. But I will say I did watch interesting movie a couple weeks ago, but I haven't had a chance to mention it. It's a movie on Hulu called The Drop. And it's about a couples group that are going out, and one of them drops the other person's baby.
What?
Yeah. Now, before you overreact, it is a comedy, and the baby's fine.
Oh my god.
Even in the show description, it says the baby's fine, so everyone knows. But what's really interesting is how she's judged, and you know, things that happen, and again, it's more of a comedy, but it really kind of explored how she was basically treated, you know, as a horrible person.
Because she dropped a baby?
Because she dropped a baby. And at one point, her husband, and they're trying to get pregnant, which of course is in on all this too. And her husband calls his mother and he's like, Mom, she dropped a baby. Can I have a child with her? And like I said, it's a comedy, but it's still exploring some serious things on how we react to other people and what we know they've done versus what we don't know they've done. And the mom is like, I would never drop a baby. What is wrong with you? Why do you think? By the end of the movie, she's like, yeah, I dropped you a couple times. Because the truth is I never dropped my son, but I'm sure there's times where it was almost.
Right. You know? I don't think anyone intentionally, well, okay, I would hope that no one intentionally is dropping a baby.
So.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else you been watching the past week?
No. That's it.
Yeah, the only thing I could throw out there is, there is one that's interesting, but it also leads me to think, what else is out there? So Will Trent is a new series, and it's on Hulu. That's why I'm watching it. And it's about a very dyslexic police officer. He's like a detective, like the GBI, which I'm guessing it's like the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. And he also grew up in a group home. So it's kind of the dynamics of the group home and, you know, just another criminal show, you know, and solving crimes. And there's a lot of those, and I tend to gravitate towards them, and I've decided I need to find out why. That's a whole nother thing for my therapist. But it also made me think, I really need to watch Doctor Who and get caught up. So that is my goal, is Harley Quinn
and
Doctor Who.
I love it.
Those are my goals.
I'm excited.
All right.
That's great.
Well, we could anything from the peanut gallery, as I'm now calling them.
Okay. The Drop is being added to a lot of people's wish list. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? Watch list. And I said it was going to go to mine too because it sounds very interesting. And I feel like it's on my list because you know how you can make the lists on. I feel like I put stuff on the list in there and then I never do anything on the apps, which is what I look on when I'm like, what should I watch?
Good point.
Yeah.
There's so many places to have lists now.
There is, and I love lists. I can't say that word. But I literally have like 5 apps at this point.
Yeah.
And
and I just heard about another one. But anyway, go on.
No, don't tell me about another one. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to take another quick break. We're going to play some messages that are very important. You're going to get educated with a couple of, PSAs out there. And we will be right back with Nina and Chris. And it's time to talk about those quotes that you like.
Yeah.
It's going to stop because the everything changed on the board when I went to go play a PSA. So I'm just going to talk to all of you for a minute while I pull up a PSA. And while I'm doing that, I want to remind you, you're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. And I'm still looking for a PSA. All right. Stay tuned. We will be right back in even less time now with Nina and Chris on Streamingverse here on WHCM.
Doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Me, Keith Maurice, I'm back going 2 hours long, 2 hours strong on the Keith Maurice Show on Fridays from 10 to 12 p.m. We're going to have so much fun. Going to be playing a lot of variety of music to get you through your Friday middays. So tune in every Fridays from 10 to 12 right here on WHCM 88.3 FM and always online at harperradio.com.
And as a quick little reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM Harper College or its Board of Trustees. And tomorrow's Friday, which I'm so excited about. I need this week to end.
Yes. I also just smacked my funny bone really, really hard
She
during the
did.
break. That was fun.
It was funny on the other side of the booth. Not so funny in the other one, though.
It's okay. I'm good. Oh, hair in my mouth. I'm good.
All right.
I'm back. Quotes.
Quotes. Let's talk about quotes. Now, the one thing I find, before
Yeah.
we even talk about a quote, when it comes to the quotes I like or remember, is some of them I will quote randomly throughout the day while I'm doing things. One
Yes.
of my quotes, which I'll share later, I actually use often. I'll share that, when we get to that.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I like about them. And these are things that will just randomly come up in my brain as they apply to situations sometimes. So what about you?
Yeah. I found looking for this particular, is that a word?
Yeah. Particular. You're tired.
Yeah. I need this week to come to an end as well, apparently. I couldn't think of anything. It's like last week when we were thinking of our own nominations for these award shows. My mind just goes, no. You can come up with it any other time except for now. But I did, because I talk in movie quotes all the time. You spend an hour in my house and you're like, what are these people talking about? Because we communicate via movie quotes and TV quotes. There's a couple that I found that I'm like, okay, yeah, those are the top ones. And then the rest are just goofy ones that I'm just like, oh my god, it's so relatable. Because they're goofy and weird and me. But yeah.
We did put a poll out there on Twitter asking for people's quotes. We don't have any yet. So if you are not watching us on YouTube where you can share your quote and you are listening to us at 88.3 FM or streaming on harperradio.com, go to our Twitter account and send us your favorite movie quote at streaming_verse. I in my mind, Nina always pauses and goes, is she going to remember to say underscore?
No.
I would be worried
not.
if I were you that I didn't remember it.
No, half the time I don't even know what I'm saying, so it's
Do
fine.
you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So I'm going to start with I'm going to start with one that's predictable.
Okay.
And Nina will roll her eyes.
Let's see.
It's from the Monkees movie.
Really?
Head.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So and it is nobody ever lends money to a man with a sense of humor. And it's kind of a take on another quote that's in the play A Death of a Salesman about
Okay.
lending money to people, who are
Yeah.
funny or silly. But yeah, just the way he says it, nobody ever lends money to a man with a sense of humor. So you always think that, like, when when people want to borrow money,
Right.
nobody ever. Yeah, so it just runs through my head at times.
I love
But
it.
yeah, Head's an old movie though.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Is that the one on Criterion
Yes.
Collection? Ha ha ha.
Yes, it is.
Got it. So my brother knows more about it than I do. Okay. Some of these are really deep, and then other ones are like this one, which plays through my head constantly. Also, the visual plays through my head because it's just, it's from The Office, so The Office visuals are constantly running through my head.
Yes, yeah.
When something ridiculous happens, I just look at the imaginary camera that's not there, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But Michael Scott says a lot of things. And he was being interviewed, by the camera crew, and he goes, and I knew exactly what to do. But in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do. And so whenever I'm like, okay, this is next, that just goes through my mind.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I love that.
He's so confident, and he's like, in a much real sense.
So, to pair with that, I will share the one that I use in bizarre situations, and it's kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, Billy Madison, which is a Adam Sandler
Yes.
movie, when he is going through all the grades to get his father's fortune, he has to spell couch in the second grade spelling bee.
Oh, no.
And when he gets it right, he
Yeah.
goes, I am the smartest man alive. Whenever I'm struggling with something, either work or school or
Yeah.
something, and I get it, I literally go and I say, man, I'm the smartest man alive.
I love it. Okay. I have more goofy ones, but my all-time favorite quote from a movie or series, you know it. I'm going to say it and you're going to roll your eyes. It's from WandaVision, and yeah, see? And Vision says it to Wanda, and he goes, what is grief if not love preserving? And I just think that is the most beautiful way to put that. Just,
Yes.
oh, I want it tattooed on my forehead. Seriously, I love it so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I have to match it.
Oh no, I have a goofy one if you want.
No, I have both too.
Okay.
So, okay, here's another one, but it's not as nice and sentimental, but I do use this sometimes in my little head. Breakfast Club.
Yes.
There is a character, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The Judd Nelson character, for some reason, I can't remember his name.
Judd Nelson? I've seen
Yeah,
Breakfast
he's
Club
the
a million
one
times.
with all the coats, the burnout.
Oh my god, it's not Bumper, is it? No.
Not Bumper, no. Any of our listeners know? You can look in the... But anyway, so he is talking... So the burnout, which is a nice 80s phrase for someone who literally back at, like, they could
Yeah.
just be smoking cigarettes, but we called them burnouts. Don't ask
Right.
me why. Anyway, so the, druggy burnout person was talking to the preppy cheerleader type person,
Mm-hmm.
and he is basically getting angry at her. And one of the things he says is, you wouldn't condescend to speak to any of my friends. And I actually will use that when I'm mad at people in my head and they're not engaging me with the way
Yeah.
they should. It's like, you won't even condescend to speak to me. Like, why am I
Yeah.
dealing with you? And I know it's from that original quote.
That's a good one. All right, yes, we have a quote on YouTube, and it says, I can read, hold on. Don't worry, I can read. It says, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Albus Dumbledore? And that's from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of
Azkaban.
Azkaban.
I think. Yeah, I'm close.
I'm really,
Azkaban.
I'm really not a Harry Potter person. I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I think I saw like the first couple ones when Hermione was little. But that's a really deep one. That's cute.
Yeah, I didn't remember it, but hearing it, it's like, oh yeah, because I've read the books and saw the movies.
Oh, yeah.
All that fun stuff. All right, do you have another one?
I have so many more. Okay, this one is actually just interesting, and it kind of haunts me as well because for some reason I wrote it on, because I wrote a bunch of like quotes. Most of them are just like goofy, like, do you like cats? Which like the Falcon said to someone who like had a bunch of cats all over the place. You know, they're like stupid like that. But for some reason I put this one on there, on like my MacBook like lock screen, just because I have like a bunch of pictures of all of my characters that I really like, and then I have quotes. For some reason this made it on there. Villanelle said this from Killing Eve, which, Villanelle, woo, she's kind of off it, but she's not. This is just an interesting topic. Never trust people on their looks. True. You can see scary people a mile away. It's the good people you have to worry about. Which was really interesting to me.
Yes. Yeah. That makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Buckaroo Banzai.
I knew it.
Of course.
I knew it was coming.
He is Buckaroo Banzai is the true Renaissance man who is a neurosurgeon, a rock star, a comic book hero, and he is saving the world against Hunan Quan. Okay?
Okay. All right.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, clearly.
So a scene in the movie, he is playing at the nightclub, and this woman is speaking to him who looks like his dead wife, and he doesn't know why yet.
Mm-hmm.
We do find out.
Okay.
And she's talking, and everyone's like, who cares? We don't want to hear this. Play music.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, you don't got to be mean. Be nice, people. You don't need to be mean. Remember, no matter where you are. Nope. I got to start over. All right. You don't got to be mean. Blah, blah, yeah. Remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
Okay, that's really cerebral. It's going to take me a moment.
I always have to say it with the pause. And literally, every time I think it with the pause.
That's amazing.
Like, wherever you go, you're bringing yourself. So
that's
be
really
nice.
Oh, my God. Whoa. That's so true. Okay, this one's goofy. It's from Parks and Recreation.
Ooh.
And
I have something to say about Parks and Rec.
Ooh, okay. It's when Andy, who is
Chris Pine? No,
Chris
not
Pratt.
Pine. Chris Pratt.
Thank you. He was in the hospital. They all got like the flu or something, and then they all ended up in the hospital, and he was very like crazy anyway, right? That's his character. He's super goofy. And so the nurse, which is his ex-girlfriend, comes in the room because he's playing with the pulse ox. He's playing with the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And she snatches it from him and goes, "The monitor is not a toy, Andy." And he looks at her and goes, "Anything's a toy if you play with it." And it makes me laugh because then there's us just like, right, chopsticks. So I thought that was a good one.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Aubrey Plaza hosted SNL
Yes, she
last
did.
week, and Amy Poehler came on.
Yes.
I didn't see it yet, but
I didn't see it either.
They did a segment on the Weekend News, which that's my favorite part of SNL.
So good. So good.
Before I share my next one, are there any quotes?
Nope.
Any more new ones? All right, so I think I'm almost done now.
Oh my god, I have so many.
There's a bunch, though, from this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one is from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the first movie in 1989. I got really good. This was the first movie I wrote down, so I wrote a bunch of good stuff, and then I didn't. Like, what year did Billy Madison come out? I have no idea. You know, it's like, oh no, it's going. So the quote is, and this is when the one versions of themselves meet Rufus, and they're in the parking lot of the Circle K. And he tells them, and while they're talking to Rufus, the original people see the other versions of themselves.
Oh gosh.
And Rufus says, you need to listen to these people. You know, they're you, and you need to listen to them. And so Bill and Ted are going back and having this conversation. And he goes, but what if we lie? And he goes, but why would we lie to ourselves? And that really hit me. Like, the moment I heard that, even though it was supposed to be humorous, it's like people lie to themselves all the time. So I just thought it was such a deep, thought-provoking one. And while you were typing, and I was going to throw in another one from the same movie, because, again, love this movie. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. It is one of my favorite quotes. I used to work at a Circle K, so back in the day, I got lots of street cred for actually having worked at a Circle K.
That's amazing.
And yeah, strange things are afoot at the Circle K. So anytime something's weird.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. I love this character for so many reasons, but Hercules, Meg, when Hercules tries to go save her, and she's like, I'm a damsel, I'm in distress, I can handle it. That's just my favorite. I don't know why. Okay, I'm like speed rounding this. Natasha Romanoff says a lot of good lines, but most of them are inappropriate. So I'm not reading any. Rafiki, the Lion King, everything that comes out of his mouth should be on a motivational poster. He said the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you either run from it or learn from it. That's really deep for a Disney, all Disney movies. I like that, but
yeah, no, that's good.
Ooh, we have a funny quote from Avengers. RDJ ad-libs the line, that man is playing Gallagher, thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Say that again slowly.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Iron Man, I don't think this was scripted. Maybe, I don't know. I could just be making that up. He says, that man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. And it's from the first Avengers movie where they're all in like the compound and they're all on computers. And I'm pretty sure that's when Maria Hill, I don't know, she does something. She's just in the shot and I really like her. But he was like, that man over there has been playing Galaga for the past. And he thought no one would notice. Oh, it's so funny.
That's funny.
And yeah, okay, sorry.
We're on the air.
sorry. I'm like all over the place right now. Okay, again from The Office, because they have so many good quotes. Okay, so this is a quote in itself. So it's quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky, and then end quote, Michael Scott. He just wrote
yeah. He's a hockey player. The original person.
Oh, really?
Is a hockey player.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, can I have one more?
I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm almost, I don't know what my problem is right now. Okay, Peggy Carter. It's an Agent Carter, which is going back to kind of the Avengers. But she was talking to her one friend because she's like the only female at the office at the time. And the man, of course, got credit for all the work that she had done. And one of her friends, who's also a man, was like, why are you letting them get away with this? And she goes, I'm going to try to do it not in her accent, because every time
You think it in her accent?
Yeah. Okay, so then she goes, I know my value. Anyone else's opinion doesn't really matter. And girl boss.
That's not, I mean, and that's a good thing to carry with you
It
when you're
is.
dealing with struggles and things. I know my value.
Yep. I love it. That's it. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just moving up the slider and it wasn't making any noise. Yeah, the only other thing, I actually had all mine except for one. Again, back to Bill and Ted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a quote, but it's a sad truth. So, you know, they're a little slow. Like, who's Napoleon? An old dead dude. And they don't know how to say Socrates because it's spelled Socrates. So they call him Socrates. The whole movie, it's Socrates.
What word is that?
It's Socrates. He's a philosopher.
What does that mean? Oh.
From like...
No! Now that you say it after the fact, I know. Oh my god.
Yes, but they call him Socrates. So whenever anyone talks about Socrates, I'm like, oh, Socrates. It is etched in my brain so deeply. It's never going away. Anyone else have any quotes as we end out the show today?
No, we're just talking about how amazing Agent Carter is.
And let me check. Yep, no quotes on Twitter, just the ones that we found on YouTube. You have been listening to Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris here on WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. We are on every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And we are on 88.3 FM, harperradio.com, YouTube. Go to the Harper Radio channel. If you want to see any of our older shows, head over and you can watch them.
Yes.
You look like you're really in a deep conversation over there.
I'm
on
sorry.
YouTube.
I know I'm having like 8 different conversations, literally 2, and I can't handle it. So, we were talking about the fire drill episode of The Office, which is when Dwight just goes rogue.
And he sets the fire.
Yeah. But that one actually kind of makes me sad because Angela throws her cat into the ceiling. Like, the cat's fine, but still, I'm like, girl! And then I said, mine's the CPR training. And then Megan, our producer, said that we should have an episode just on The Office. And I said I could laugh about it for hours.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I could do that too. Which one though? The English version? I mean,
Ooh.
Or the
I've never
or both.
seen
Neither have I, but it's
Okay.
Ricky Gervais, and I've heard it's really good. So it's one of those things on my list.
Yeah. I'd watch it.
But because it's apparently just as funny, although we're probably going to miss half the jokes because
Exactly.
we're not English. And
Well, I would, if they said Christmas cracker, I would know what they mean. And that's because of you. But that's the only joke I would get.
Well, I can be helpful in some of them. I remember even watching Doctor Who. They talk about all these things that I just don't necessarily pick up on all of them because
Right.
it's things happening over there that I don't necessarily know about.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's not a critique. That's just
Yeah.
a reality. I feel like something's going to come in over there on YouTube Live, so I'm like, we're not closing out the show yet, but are we there?
CPR training is tied with the fire drill episode. That's what we've determined.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Or the one where... No, I'm not going to say this on air. 'cause it's
I
bad.
always love the ones when like all they do is make fun of Kelly all the time.
Yes.
But yet she's really good at customer service because there's another
Yeah.
episode where she's training people. She's like, you do not do that. You treat.
Yeah.
And it's like, I like the fact that even though she's just a dingbat on that show,
Right.
that she takes pride in her job at the end of the day. Like she actually, because being in customer service, I'm like, whoa, she really like,
Yeah.
good for her. Yeah, but
Okay.
like her diets when she's passing out all the time.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right,
Okay.
one more. That's it. We got time for one
I'm sorry.
more.
Okay. The English version of The Office is good too. Ricky
Gervais.
Gervais, thank you, is one of Prince's favorite comedians, especially his I can read numbers. 2020 Golden Globe speech was, wait for it, legendary. That's amazing. I have to watch that speech.
That's what she said. Apparently we could do a lot of Office stuff.
I guess we
over
could.
here.
I didn't really think. Yeah. Okay.
I think we're covered.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening to and watching Streaming Verse here on WHCM. Come back next Thursday for more exciting things that we'll be talking about that I did not prep for. Sorry, Megan. I'm failing my producer right now.
Sorry, Megan.
Next week. But we had lots of quotes, so we did good, right? All right, Nina.
Yeah. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Have a good dinner.
Flip it over and crank it up with the B-side on WHCM.
Well, let her rip.
From 12 to 1 every Thursday, you'll hear tunes that don't get enough airtime. Album cuts, lesser-known artists, novelty records, and recommendations. Groovy. Listen to the B-side